show dead cops or dead bodies or hurt cops or hurt bodies or hurt protesters. We don't know what we're seeing. So
God damn it, I missed it.
Figure this out. This is the state of America today. Eric, you know, this issue has reached a boiling point. It's reached a boiling point. The cops are fed up with being called racist. Some of them are fed up with their fellow cops. They don't make a lot of money. They put their lives on the line to protect us. 98% of them are good cops who don't run around trying to shoot people unnecessarily. And yet there's no question there are some bad ones. And there's no question that young black men in America today, many of them, feel like their lives are on the line if they have any sort of an encounter with a police officer.
And that fear is very realistic. I was pulled over 2 months ago for a traffic violation. Megan, I'm a well-known lawyer, especially in the South, in Alabama where I practice. I was pulled over, and I was afraid for my life based upon being pulled over just for a traffic violation. So that reality is something that so many African Americans deal with on a daily basis. And it goes back, we were talking about the police officers. Some of them simply should never have been hired.
Right.
That's one of the major issues
I just want to go back to Dallas while you're talking, because it appears there's some sort of a confrontation happening now. We're not looking at bodies, and we don't know what the situation is. People could have been crouching. They could have been waiting. But the cops are circling behind these vehicles. We saw them dragging a couple of people, and the situation appears to be escalating between the police officers and the protesters, we believe.
Oh my God.
Let's listen for a second.
I'm getting this as fair use because this will never be shown again.
For those of you just joining us, we saw moments ago in Dallas, Texas, a cameraman start to run along with other people running through the streets of Dallas where they were protesting the shooting of 2 different black men by police in 2 different cities in the past 24 hours. We saw that cameraman run to this location. Then we saw what appeared to be a body, perhaps more than one, on the ground. It was not clear whether the person was living or not, one of whom appeared to be wearing police gear. We cut away out of respect for the situation, and now we return to see more chaos on the streets of Dallas. It is unclear what is happening, but clearly there is a confrontation. There is a confrontation underfoot, and we still don't know what it is. I mean, this is just volatile. This is volatile, Arthur.
And the head of the police department, the chief of the police department, and the mayor's offices, like, they're caught flat-footed. I can tell you, it was obvious to me tonight in New York City, the police were not prepared for this. It was clear. I know we're saying everyone protested peacefully, but in New York City, they closed down 5th Avenue. They closed down 6th Avenue. They closed down 7th Avenue. 6th Avenue was only 1 block, but all of 5th Avenue, which those are not familiar with New York, is the major, throughway of New York City going from uptown, downtown. So they're dealing with this the best they can under the circumstances, and all it takes is one jerk to do one thing, push a cop, spit at a cop, do something to incite a whole riot amongst otherwise very peaceful people, and it seems like something untoward happened in Dallas.
And what we can tell you right now in Dallas is our affiliate there is reporting shots fired. That is all we have confirmed. Shots fired. We don't know
this is what they want.
Other than the chaos we've seen.
Let's talk about this shit.
We don't know what the images mean.
And not how our president of the United States is a piece of shit, or the next president is going to be a fucking asshole.
We've now heard from our local affiliate that that's their reporting as well. Hold on. All right, we have former New York City Police Commissioner Bernie Carrick with us tonight. He's on the phone. Commissioner, thank you for being here. You can't ascribe motive in what we're seeing right here in Dallas, but tonight there were protests on the street over what we saw in Baton Rouge and what we saw in Minnesota, and it appears that chaos is reigning supreme in Dallas, Texas tonight. Your thoughts?
Well, first of all,
just stand by, Commissioner. My apologies. Can we cut into our local feed? Let's listen. Can we listen? We're trying to get the audio.
Here to the corner, a huge police presence off of Griffin Street and Commerce Street. A Dallas police cruisers here. A lot of officers hunkered down behind their
Fuck.
doors with guns drawn, all pointed to the Bank of America building there in the distance. Heather and Steve.